And none of the match is simple is Emil Smith Rowe. The guy was fantastic. His touches was lethal, making some sneaky passes. You could just wonder, like, bro, where have you been all season? Yeah, get injury had the better part of him. A man of the match, Emil Smith Rowe.
There was a session we had when you talk about Emily Smith Rowe. You appreciated the fact that he's a good player, he's an Arsenal kid, but you're not a fan of Emily Smith Rowe.
Okay. Now the reason why I say I'm not a fan of Emil Smith Rowe is I feel he's more of a glass kind of player. If you also notice in the match, there was a tackle he had. I was like, Lord, this guy should not just go on another injury spree again because he was literally limping after that challenge.
Alright, it was a clean first half sweep, a Martin Odegaard goal, and then a Hashioki own goal, forced by Reece Nelson. The game saw Arsenal make a clean sweep against the Luton Town team that always gets a goal against almost every opposition in the Premier League. It was a first half win, Arsenal 2, Luton Town 0. Let's get your thoughts on the game, Gideon.
When I saw the lineup for the game, I was excited for Saka, and I was also excited for the fringe players in quotes that have not had the chance to showcase what they can do in the EPL this season. I was particularly excited for Emil Smith Rowe, and Reece Nelson. Even if Reece Nelson didn't really do much, but well, we need to cut him some slack. You don't expect a 5-star performance from someone who hasn't played in, because he doesn't even look like he's on the second 11. He looks like he's on the third 11. I don't know if you understand what I mean. Yeah. Then Smith Rowe came in, irrespective of what he has been through, put up a 5-star performance. I think he even got a match for the game. So I was excited for Smith Rowe, and I was also excited for Partey because these are the times where we need Thomas Partey. We need his physicality, his fitness, and what he brings to the table to enable us win the title. Like I will also say, it's a one game at a time, one game at a time. Luton Town done 2-0, clean sheets. That's what we know for as Emirates teams get better. I will look at it this way that probably because we didn't start our first 11, we had 5 players rested for this game. Saka wasn't in the game. Martinelli came off the bench. Because Jesus didn't even play, did start, and I'm even happy he didn't start. So Nketiah could get some minutes also. So I was happy for the squad rotation and all that. My thoughts on the game: it's a good one. This is what champions do. Even if the game wasn't as rosy as expected. Arsenal will play dominating football, but for this particular game, it wasn't that dominating though. But we showed why we are the EPL, one of the EPL title contenders, and these are what big teams do. Whether the game is good or the game is not good, we make sure you get a win from it.
Okay, so Arsenal literally won the game in the first half. First half 2-0, and that was the final scoreline. Arsenal is a free scoring team. The Gunners are free scoring. You record goals in every minute of the game. But you went an entire half, that's the second half, without scoring. What do you think happened? Okay, why could you not record a goal in the second half?
We had a squad rotation, and not just that we had a squad rotation, we had fringe players coming. So this was like a try and error to give these people an opportunity to do what they could do. If you watch the game, you notice that our defense was solid. There was no go through for them. Or where we had issues were in the attacking, the final third. Progressing the ball into the box and all that. So this is where the experience of the French players come into play because they've not had time to play. They don't know how these things work. For the other players that we normally play, when we get into the box with a threat, it's either it's a goal or there's a corner when we have set piece, things like that. But for these French players, also they have to try to show their best to impress the match. That still we got to win, and it's 3 points. 3 points is 3 points. Whether we got the win in the first half or in the second half, 3 points is 3 points. And most importantly, we had the clean sheet, which is very difficult against Luton. Yeah, we got the 3 points. We got a clean sheet, and Arsenal is recording more clean sheets than any other team in the Premiership this season. That's fact. Not a fact. It's what is obvious. Yeah.
Okay, no Martinelli, no Saka, but although Martinelli came off the bench, so would you agree that your team has got the squad depth to take you, let's say, throughout the season?
Yeah, we have the squad depth that can take us throughout the season. That is why squad rotation is also very important. When Saka is not playing, we can have a Gabriel Jesus on that flank. We can have a Reece Nelson on that flank. And like the manager also did against Man City, he had Martinelli on that flank. Meanwhile, on the other side, if Martinelli is not on play, we can have Trossard. We can also still have Gabriel Jesus on that other flank also. We can have Emil Smith-Rowe on that same flank. And we also have, on the right for Saka, we also have Fabio Vieira, which we've not seen play, and he's a fantastic player as well. He knows how to shoot from outside the box. He has key eyes for passes, for good passes and all that. He's a fantastic player. So hopefully we get to see more of him next season. Sadly, injury got a better part of him this season. So, looking forward to what he can do next season and all that. He's also one of the players that I hold in high esteem, one of the underrated players we have in Arsenal. Then talk about, I think we have the squad depth in the midfield axis. We cannot play Jesus up front. There's Nketiah that can come in. Then again, now Havertz is now kind of the top 9 that we play. Even in this match and the Man City match, Havertz was the one that played the top 9 for us. Then again, talking about the midfield, if Jorginho is not playing, we now have a Thomas Partey that is fit to play, and we have a Declan Rice that moves forward, and we have our Captain Fantastic. Martin Odegaard, which when he's not around, Fabio Vieira can also come in that place. Smith-Rowe can also come in that place. So I think as for squad depth, we are good to go.
Arsenal have got the squad depth to go all the way and win the title. So the title race is on. But quickly, before we wrap up, let's get your man of the match.
And man of the match is simple. It's Emil Smith-Rowe. The guy was fantastic. His touches was lethal. Making some slicky passes. You could just wonder, where have you been all season? Yeah, get injury had the better part of him. So, but it's time for him to showcase what he has under his, under his box, and he actually did that too. So, kudos to him. I hope he gets more chances to start, and I hope the manager sees him. I also feel we'll start more games because this April we have more games under our boots. So definitely fatigue will set in for some of our first team players, and this is where squad rotation comes into play. So I'm happy for Emil Smith-Rowe, and I'm happy for the squad rotation. A man of the match, Emil Smith-Rowe.
Let me remind you quickly, There was a session we had when you talk about Emil Smith-Rowe. You appreciated the fact that he's a good player, he's an Arsenal kid, but you're not a fan of Emil Smith-Rowe. Are your thoughts changing now?
Okay. Now the reason why I say I'm not a fan of Emil Smith-Rowe is I feel he's more of a glass kind of player. If you also notice in the match, there was a tackle he had. I was like, Lord, this guy should not just go on another injury spree again, because he was literally limping after that challenge. So for players like that, I wouldn't want to say I have little patience for them. There's just this thing that is not clicking with me and Emil Smith-Rowe. He's a fantastic player, no doubt about that. He's a fantastic player. Yeah. And my thought about him not being my favorite, it doesn't boil down to how he plays, or there are just some players who just like naturally, irrespective of how they play. Like for instance, I'm a Martinelli fan. I'm not the overhyped Saka fan. No. I'm more of a Martinelli. In fact, I can even tell you that I will rate this a Reece Nelson over an Emil Smith-Rowe, because I feel if Smith-Rowe is giving more, Reece Nelson is even giving more chance, he can step up a bit in the shoes of Saka, because Reece Nelson is a direct player.
Alright, so final scoreline of the game, Arsenal 2, Luton Town 0. And KIZZY predicted in our prediction show that Arsenal was going to keep a clean sheet against Luton Town and win by 2-0. And come on, he got his prediction spot on. So kindly check on that video. You're going to find the link on the description of this video and at the end of this video. So that's it from us. Thank you, Gideon. It is always a pleasure having you on the show.
Yeah, thank you, Otis. Thank you for having me on the show.
Alright guys, smash on the like button, subscribe to our channel if you're watching us for the first time, and if you've not still subscribed, just hit on that subscribe button. We'd like it for you to be part of our community. And until next time, I'm Otis, and this is Everything Football.